Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a video wrapping up all of the products that I want to finish in 2021. I did pretty well with this project last year, but I did not finish everything that I wanted, and some things are rolling into things that I want to finish in 2022. But today I'm here to go through all of the products that I wanted to finish and which I actually finished and which are still here. So that is today's video, but before we jump into any of the products, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. But let's just jump into the video. So let's just go through the products in the order I have them in the list, and then I'm going to go through and tell you if I finished them or decluttered them or if they're still here or how they look in my collection at the moment. The first one is a bit of a fail, as you can see here. It is a packaging that I have actually taken apart. I completely forgot that I was filming this video, so I already took this packaging apart because, where is the pan? Because I wanted to keep the metal pan, because this is actually magnetic and it's a great pan to repress things into, and I don't really have any pans like this for my singles collection that are for face products and stuff, so I wanted to take apart the packaging and use this for repressing. But yeah, I completely forgot that I was going to film this video, so it is broken, but as you can see I was able to finish this, and that is my Hula bronzer. The next product is one that I'm kind of counting as empty, although it's not completely empty, and that is from Benefit, and it's my brow pomade. As you can see in here, hopefully I was able to hit pan on this, and I hit pan on this several times, but there's still a lot of products in here, and I did melt the product down several times in order to finish it. But towards the end it was just such a hassle. It was dry, it was just very kind of blocky on my eyebrows, and I just didn't enjoy it. The color wasn't even perfect for me, so I am counting this as an empty, but it was technically decluttered from my collection, but since I used so much of it up, I still count it as an empty. And also, if I didn't decide to melt down the product on the sides, I would have not been able to get any more product out of this ages ago, because the way the packaging is just horrible. You can't get anything out because everything is stuck to the sides. So yeah, this one is also done. One product that I did not finish, which is quite disappointing, this is probably the product that I'm most disappointed that I didn't finish, that is my Clinique blush in the shade Precious Posy. I had this in my yellow product pan all year and I wasn't able to finish it, but I'm gonna try to finish it this year instead, so this is one that is rolling over. One blush that I was able to finish though is my Cha Cha tint from Benefit. This was just a deluxe size sample, and it was one of the liquid blushes. Yeah, this one is completely done. I took out the stopper and everything, and I scraped as much as I could out, so this one is finished. I also did finish my Monster highlighter from Colourpop. Yeah, this one is completely done. I finished this off quite early in the year, and I used to like it, but I don't really love it anymore, and yeah, it's definitely a product that I wouldn't repurchase again, but I'm gonna keep this packaging because it's a really good packaging for, again, the potting and things like that, so I'm gonna keep this packaging around, but this product is done. I finished one more highlighter, and it was another kind of cream highlighter. It's actually a liquid highlighter. This is the Me Beat the Blues Pink Pearl highlighter, which was a dupe, I think, for the Benefit High Beam. I did not really like this product, to be honest. It was decent, but these liquid highlighters aren't for me. They were nice to mix in with my foundation, which is what I did. I also used it underneath my foundation a bit, but over the foundation it just wasn't ideal, so I'm happy to have this out. I have two foundations that I wanted to finish this past year, and I managed to finish both of them. We have the Dior Air Flash foundation in 300, as well as the Revolution Conceal and Define foundation in f2.5. Both of these are done. Both of these are finished, I think, in my year-long rolling putty pan, and I probably won't repurchase either of them, but I'm happy that they're out of my collection. I also have two primers that I wanted to finish, and I finished both of them as well. The first one we have is the number 7 Skin Illuminator primer, and this was just a illuminating base. I did not really like this. It doesn't really suit my skin type and everything like that, so it's not my type of product. And the second one I absolutely adore though, that is the Chanel Le Blanc de Chanel. This is my favorite primer, but it was very old in my collection, so I needed to go this year, and I was able to finish it. This is definitely something that I would consider buying again, but I want to move out to the other primers that I have in my collection, because primer isn't something that I use every single day anyway. And yeah, I just want to kind of be able to find my holy grail, and I'm probably just repurchasing that one, maybe having one holy grail high-end and one holy grail drugstore, just to have something to use more on an everyday basis if I want to, and not one to use more for special occasions. But this one I do really enjoy, but I won't repurchase it at this point in time. I also have one concealer that I finished. This is the Lost Imperfecting Concealer in the shade 3 Warm Medium. This was really old in my collection. I just wanted to get it out this year and I was able to finish it. I'm quite successful for all of the base products and everything. Yeah, I've been basically everything so far apart from the blush I finished, so I'm really happy with that. But this one I also finished. Another product that I finished this year is my Becca Under Eye Corrector. It is completely gone and I'm currently working on another one. I absolutely love this one and I'm so happy you can still get this through Smashbox. I do have 3 backups in my collection though, so I'm definitely settled for quite a while, but I do really love this product and this one is gone. I also finished a powder from my list this year, which is the Makeup Gallery Smoothly Dusted Pressed Powder in the shade 4 Sand. This wasn't anything special. It's I think this is something you can get by in Poundland or something like that. I got it from a friend who was decluttering it from her collection, because she's very sensitive to different types of makeup, so she was just getting rid of all the products that she didn't really feel like was her usual brands, or she was kind of hesitant on using. So this was one of them, but this one was brand new when I got it into my collection and I did finish it this past year. One product that I'm so excited that I finished is my Stila Glitter and Glow in the shade Diamond Dust. There is a little bit left on the bottom there, but it's completely dried out and you can't really get it with the spatula anymore, so I'm calling it quits. But yeah, I finished my Diamond Dust Glitter and Glow from Stila, and I'm gonna try to work on the remaining ones that I have in my collection. I have 3 remaining this year and hopefully I will finish at least 2 of them this year. So we're now moving into lip products, and I had quite a few lip products that I wanted to finish. I wasn't as successful as I was with the base products for my lip products, but let's just go through them. The first one I have is my Tanya Burr lip gloss, and this one is in the Picnic in the Park, and as you can see I was able to finish this. This was quite one that took quite a while to finish, but I'm happy that I did, so this one can leave my collection. Next up we have 2 products that I both wanted to finish, but I was only able to finish one of them, which is my Clarins Instant Light Lip Perfector in 1 and 2. The one in 1 I was able to finish. As you can see, it is completely done, and it might look like there's a little bit left in there, but it's just air, so that one is completely finished. This one took such a long time to finish. There's 12 milliliters of products in here, so they are massive lip glosses, but this one is done. This one I did not manage to finish, but I am working on it in my Roulette Pan collab, and I'm just underneath that line now, so hopefully this is one that I can finish this next year. I had one lip liner that I wanted to finish this past year and I was able to do so. That is the No. 7 Precision Lip Pencil in the shade Blush. I can't roll it up anymore, but it was just this mauve toned lip liner that matches the cap pretty well. And it wasn't very hard to finish because it is one of those roll-up lip liners, so they go quite quickly, so this one I was able to finish. Next up we're moving into bullet lipsticks, and the first one I have is one of my Dior lip gloss, and this one was in the shade Hollow Pink. I was able to finish this and I do like it, and I didn't really like it when I first rolled it in, but I did fall in love with it throughout the project. However, I do have the original one in my collection, which I much prefer, so I think I'm gonna try to work on that, and if I do purchase one of these, it's gonna be that one or one of the other ones. Not this one because it does have some glitter in it, which isn't my ideal preference, but this one is finished. We have 2 lipsticks from MAC that I wanted to finish this year. I was able to finish one of them, but not the other. The one I wanted to finish was the shade Coral Bliss, which was this coral shade as the name would suggest, and this one is completely done. The other shade that I did not quite manage to finish is the shade Rebel, which I don't have very much left of, but it's definitely maybe 2 months left in here, so I'm going to try to finish this up this year. We have 2 more traditional bullet lipsticks left. We have one from Primark, which doesn't really have a name, but it was this pinky coral color again, and I was able to finish that one, as you can see. And the other one is from Revlon, which is in the shade Pink in the Afternoon, and this is more of a pinky nude, and I was able to finish this one as well. Then we have 3 of my Colourpop lipsticks. We have the shade Daydream, Mirror Mirror and Sauce. I was actually only able to finish one of them, which is the shade Daydream. This was more kind of the more brownie one out of the 3, and this one was the easiest one for me to reach for, so this one is done. Mirror Mirror I did not work on at all, but Sauce I did work on a little bit the past year, but yeah, I'm nowhere near finished. So I do have quite a lot left in here, as you may be able to see, but I will try to finish this up in the next year instead. Actually I will try to finish both this one and Mirror Mirror again in 2022 to see if I can get these 2 out. The last 2 lip products I have are 2 Bourjois Rouge Edition Velvets. We have the shade No. 2 and No. 6. No. 2 is Flamboyous. I did not finish this, but I did use it enough that I still was happy enough to call it an empty because although it's not completely done, I wanted to like get rid of it on my collection, and since I used it so much, I did put it in my empty bin. So this one is done. You can call it a declutter if you want, you can call it an empty if you want, but this one is done. Then the other one is the shade Pink Pong. This one I did not finish. I am kind of almost at the point where I'm ready to declutter this, but not quite yet. So I think you're going to have this in my collection for maybe one more year, and then at the end of 2022 this is going to be decluttered as well. The rest of the products are all eyeliners. The first one we have is the odd one out, which is the makeup liner, which was a silver liner. I don't know the brand of this, but I did want to finish it this year, and as you can see I was able to do so. It's tiny and I can't sharpen it anymore, so that one is done. The rest of the eyeliners are all from Colourpop, and I was able to finish a couple of these, but not all of them. Let's go through them. So the first one I was able to finish is the shade Punch, which is the yellow. This one is done, as you can see. I think there is a little bit left, but it's completely dried out and I can't really use it anymore, so that one is done. Another one that is finished and completely dried out is the shade Prawns. Yeah, I still have a bit left in here, but it's completely dried out, so this one is done. I did use as much as I could of this, so I'm counting it as an empty, although it is not completely used up, similar to the ones I mentioned before, because they did dry out. The next one I have is the shade Zulu, which is completely done. I don't even have like a tip left in here, because I did have like a tiny little bit left, but it did fall on the floor. It was literally like half a centimeter, so this one is probably the one I finished the most out of. Then I did actually finish one more, which is called Piggy Bank, which is the purple one, but I cannot for the life of me find it. I had it out yesterday filming my year-long empties, and since then it's disappeared. I put all of my empties in a bag to like recycle everything, and then I remembered I need to film this video, so I was gonna fish them all out, but I could not find Piggy Bank for the life of me. So it's somewhere, but it's not here, so I can't show you that one, but I was able to finish that one as well. And if you want to see that, you can watch my year-long empties, which I think will go up after this video. Then the three that I wasn't able to finish were the shade Puppy, which is the orange, the shade Boost, which is the pink, and then lastly Teaspoon, which is the green. So these three are still in my collection, and there are three that I want to finish this year. So this year I was able to finish 27 out of 36 products, which is pretty good. I'm really happy with that number, and that means I also finished 75% of all the products in this project. It's not ideal. I would ideally wanted obviously to finish all of them, but I did put in some really difficult products, and I wasn't sure if I was going to finish them. There are products like the Rebel lipstick from MAC and the blush that I know I'm really close to finishing and I can finish this year. So working on them last year definitely gave me a head start for this year, and most of these products that I didn't finish will roll into this year, and I will post my video with all the products I want to finish in 2022 soon, so you can see what those products are. But that is it for today. I'm not going to drag this video out any longer. If you did like it, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and otherwise I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.